right now, the situation with Europe, and President Trump stressed it many times, that Europe needs to stop buying Russian gas. Europe needs to stop buying Russian resources. And the question is, where is he wrong? Of course, President Trump is right. Definitely, absolutely. But President Trump saw that for European countries, for certain European countries, it's extremely difficult to do that. It's almost impossible to do that because this will strain their economy. This will be extremely difficult for them economically. But if we look at Ukraine, let's say after at least after the ceasefire, at least when there's no shooting in Ukraine, in the Ukrainian territory, then there is an opportunity, a great opportunity to use Ukrainian resources instead of Russian resources and not falling into the economic trap. Because, for example, if European countries must stop buying, all the European countries must stop buying Russian gas and Russian resources. For some of them, it's too expensive to import resources from Latin America, for example, or from other countries of the world, while Ukraine is in Europe. And of course, right now, the European Union and Europe in general, of course, we're including the UK. Europe in general is seeing Ukrainian independence and energy independence as their own energy independence, Ukrainian security as their own security. They are very powerful in including Ukraine fully into all issues of Europe and all issues of the European Union. So there is this opportunity, but this opportunity comes only after a ceasefire, and the Russian side understands that too. And it's in general, it's very important to have those pipelines, to have those resources shipped to, or in any capacity or any way they can be sent to European countries or European Union countries. Of course, it's very important for Ukraine and for Ukrainian energy independence to become part of European energy independence from Russia, and energy independence from dictatorship, and energy independence from any other countries, because Europe is also not eager on buying Middle Eastern, for example, resources. They also don't want to help any dictatorships or any totalitarian regimes there. So this is one of the opportunities that we see and the United States see right now. And the other very important thing, I think, that at the meeting, we saw it during the meeting in the White House, President Zelensky spoke Trump's language, drones in exchange for American weaponry. So something in exchange. President Zelensky came not as someone who is just asking for the weapons. He came in as a businessman. He came in as someone who is offering Ukrainian drones, Ukrainian drone technologies, Ukrainian opportunities with producing drones, and of course the unfortunately huge experience of Ukraine with drones. And this is what the United States need, and that's what Europe needs. Of course, it's a huge irony and very dark irony in the fact that the European Union and NATO didn't want to close the skies of Ukraine at the beginning of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Of course, everyone was asking to close the skies of Ukraine, and NATO countries were not ready to do it, while right now Ukraine is helping European Union countries to close their skies and helping European Union and NATO countries to learn how to secure themselves from Russian drones and from any kind of drones and from Russian planes or from anything. So this is this dark irony that is happening. And the same thing with resources. European Union could not say stop to all Russian resources. Even after 2022 and 2014, they could have started doing that in 2014, of course, when the first attack on Ukraine started, when the war started. and they didn't do it. And right now, they will more rely on Ukraine for resources and for ways to get those resources. So this is, of course, a great way to also see and Ukraine for Ukraine to be not only theoretically but factually part of the European Union, part of those NATO countries, and actually see also for European countries and for NATO countries to see Ukrainian security as their own security and Ukrainian energy independence as their own energy independence. And of course, we can also talk about sending those resources not through Russia, but through Ukraine from other Asian countries, maybe coming from other countries. And this will also definitely help. And this will also definitely help to see Ukrainian security as part of security of the Western world in general.